Mike couldn't imagine that this day could get any worse. It was bad enough that he was handed an envelope and told the bad news, but now he'll have to go home and tell his wife, Michelle. They got married 3 years ago, right after graduating from college, and started their careers. They were both making decent money, but Mike had no idea how they were going to manage it financially. Mike was lost in thought, barely aware of his surroundings as he drove home when his cell phone rang. "Hello? Hey, baby. Is everything okay? You don't speak well. Sorry. It was a hard day. I'll tell you about it when I get home." "Okay. I also need to tell you something when you get home." "Oh, I forgot to tell you earlier. My parents are having dinner with us today. I'll see you when you get home. Love you." "I love you too." When the call ended, Mike groaned. He loved Michelle's parents, but the last thing he wanted to do was give her bad news when her parents were there. Although, come to think of it, maybe their presence there wasn't so bad. They've been through a lot, so maybe they could help Michelle see that it's just a setback and that together they'll find a way through it. Mike didn't want to ruin everyone's dinner, but decided it would be best to break the bad news as soon as he got home. That way, they would have plenty of time to talk about it and try to come up with a plan on how to move forward. Mike walked through the door of their small apartment, envelope in hand, to find Michelle and her parents, Tom and Mary Beth, sitting on the couch, waiting for him. Michelle had the biggest smile on her face as she sat holding her mother's hand, and it hurt him knowing that he would be the reason her smile turned into tears. Before he could enter, Michelle said, "Hey, baby, I know you've had a rough day, but I have something important to tell you. So, we've been trying to have children for the last 10 months without success. So today my mom went with me to see a fertility doctor. They took some blood to run some tests while we talked to the doctor. After a while, a nurse came in and gave the results of the blood test to the doctor. After looking at the results, he said there was nothing he could do, because I am already pregnant." Mike looked at Michelle silently for a minute, digesting what she had just told him. As he took in her words, tears streamed down his face. Michelle, thinking that Mike was stunned by the news, jumped up to hug Mike, but recoiled in horror when he shouted, "Do not touch me!" Tom and Mary Beth stared at Mike in disbelief. They had never seen him like this before. "Mike, what happened?" "I don't understand. We talked about this. Is this what you wanted?" "What did I want? This is definitely not what I wanted. What I wanted was to have children with the woman I loved more than anyone in the world, raise them, and then grow old together, surrounded by family and friends. This is what I wanted." Michelle was on the verge of tears. "What are you talking about? We will have a child. We will grow old together." "No, you will have a child, not us." Mike spat out the venom. "Did you forget that I had a doctor's appointment today? I also went to see a fertility doctor to see what advice he could give me to help you get pregnant. But instead," he gasped, lifting the envelope in his hand above his head before throwing it on the coffee table, "that's what I got. A stupid fucking piece of paper that robbed me of all my hopes and dreams." When no one else spoke, Tom asked, "What's in the envelope, Mike?" Looking into Tom's eyes, Mike replied, "The results of today's tests." Turning his hateful eyes towards Michelle, he said through clenched teeth, "I'm barren. Subscribe to our channel so that your second chaff doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story, because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.